Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing Gojo versus Sukuna. It's going to be a comparison in Sorcerer Tower Defense. So let's just get started. So I'm just going to start maxing out my money units. I'll see you when I max them out. Okay guys, I've maxed all my money units and I have enough to place both Sukuna and Gojo. So I'm not going to place them in the best positions, but I'm going to place them in an isolated space so I have a better view. So there's the Sukuna and there's the Gojo. Let's start off with Sukuna. 50k damage every 2 seconds. That's a DPS of 25k per second. It has 12 range and can hit 3 enemies at once. That's pretty good. So it has a maximum of 3 enemies times 25 DPS. 25k. Maximum of 75k DPS at level 1. Not too shabby. Now Gojo does 4.5k per 0.1 seconds. Has a range of 20. So it does 45k damage per second at level 1, but single target. In my opinion though, Gojo is better, as in it has bigger range anyways, so it can hit the enemies more, so that kind of makes up for it being single target. And it does more damage on single target than Sukuna does anyways. So personally, I think Gojo at level 1 is better than Sukuna at level 1. So let's get the next level. Level 2 Gojo and level 2 Sukuna. Now the abilities. We're gonna go over the damage again. 240k every 2 seconds. That's 120k damage per second. Has a range of 15, that's okay. And still hits 3 targets. So it has a maximum DPS of 360k damage per second. And the ability, it's an AoE attack that refreshes every 10 seconds, which is really good as well. Now Gojo, 16k per 0.1 seconds, so it does 160k damage per second. That's more than Sukuna's single target. And the ability has 2 times the cooldown of Sukuna's ability, and it has 5 more range, 10 more range actually. And Last Blue also slows them down. So in my opinion, I also think Gojo is overall better than Sukuna at level 2. Now let's level them up again. Level 3 Sukuna and level 3 Gojo. Sukuna does 580k damage per every 2 seconds, so it does 290k damage per second, and has a range of 18. It hits 6 targets this time, so 290k times 6, that's a pretty big number. It's around 1.8 million if they get 6 targets, but it's a little bit less than that. The ability is also buffed and the cooldown is the same. Now for Gojo, 35k damage per 0.1 seconds, 350k damage per second. Compared to, it only does 60k more damage than Sukuna per second if it's 1 target. But it has a range of 32, which is pretty crazy. In my opinion, I think this one goes to Sukuna though, because even though Gojo has almost 2 times the range and a secondary ability which does more damage, this guy could hit 6 targets at once. 1.8 million damage is actually crazy. So in my opinion, Sukuna at level 3 is kind of better than Gojo level 3 overall. Now let's check level 4. Level 4, 820k damage per 2 seconds, so 410k damage per second, 22 range, and still 6 targets. No new abilities, just this. Level 4, Gojo gets to 54k damage per second, per 0.1 seconds, so it does 540k damage per second. That is a lot. 38 range as well. This range is just insane. and also the damage boost from Lapse Blue, slowing, and red. I think that level 4 strongest sorcerer might just be a little bit better than Sukuna at level 4, because Sukuna can't keep up with the ability damage and range. Now level 5. I have to wait to upgrade Gojo, but let's start with Sukuna. 1.4 million damage every 2 seconds, so it's 700k damage per second, and it can hit 9 targets. That's a maximum of 6.3 million damage per second. That's actually insane. And it has Fuga, which does over 250 million damage, but the cooldown is 60 seconds, which is quite a while. Now let's test out level 5 Gojo. I will skip to when I get that money. Okay, I can level up Gojo to level 5. Kaboom. 100k damage per 0.1 seconds, so it's 1 million per second, and it has a range of 40. Also, the cooldowns for the abilities are reduced, which makes them a lot better as well. So, overall, I honestly think that Gojo just wins in level 5 because he can pull off more abilities than Sukuna can, because the cooldown in Fuga is 60 seconds. So, I need to do a last upgrade, and I'm gonna skip to when I can afford those because those are really expensive. Okay guys, I have enough money to upgrade both of them at the same time. So first Sukuna and Gojo. So let's start with Sukuna. He gets his domain and his damage is increased to 18 million damage every 2 seconds, resulting in a DPS of 9 million. But when you multiply with the amount of targets, it goes to 81 million DPS, which is crazy. And since the range is 30, you can easily get 9 targets in. That makes this an extremely good unit. That's why it's a special grade. And Gojo, he gets Hollow Purple. This is like Fuga, except a little bit less damage and a lot spammier. It's essentially Fuga, but better. And Gojo does 1 million damage every 0.1 seconds, resulting in a total DPS of 10 million damage. And he has 10 more range than Sukuna. Sukuna's domain isn't really that good, as it does a meager bit of damage, but the cooldown is like 180 seconds, which makes it pointless. And since Gojo's Hollow Purple can hit multiple enemies, it essentially gives it the same effect as Sukuna's multiple targets. So overall, I'm pretty sure Gojo at max level is better than Sukuna at max level. That's pretty canon, in my opinion. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I might be doing a Megumi giveaway if I get Megumi soon. Another Megumi.